This week on Stay Out of My Fridge.
Oh, like those donuts in general, those little Debbie donuts. I don't care what it is, the cinnamon, the white powder, or the chocolate. But you give me some of these, Daddy's gonna need a nap.
I think it was like $3.50 even for this bag of donuts, and I'm like, "You're coming home with me." Like this.
I think it was Pizza Hut, but I saw a video this week, and don't quote me because this isn't somebody I know. This is a video I saw. But they were an employee at Pizza Hut, and they were telling people, they said, if you order your food and you get to the end and you say, or they say, your total is $27.99, how would you like to pay? Then they said, no, I don't think that's good. Well, instead of like letting them walk, they lowered the price.
It's disgusting that the Yankees are going to the World Series, by the way.
The creamy sour cream and the saltiness of the taquitos.
Ooh. If you like creamy and salty, do I have a treat for you? We're going to preheat this oven to 420, and I'll see you in about 3 hours.
Oh.
Got 'em, as the cool kids say. Nothing better to start an episode with some Sprite coming out your nose. The voice you're hearing is me, it's Matt, it's Beard Laws. Giggling over there is Yuban Whakinov. And looking fantastic, as always, with the greatest voice I ever potentially heard in the entire world, with that mustache flowing, it's Brandon J McDermott.
My grandpa used to say it's better to be pissed off than pissed on. Well, I suppose I'd add to that what Matt just said. Sprite coming out of your nose. Better coming out than coming in you, right?
Ooh, it depends on depends on which one you are. Maybe some people like that.
I don't know. Whenever I take a really good hit of a McDonald's Sprite, that's pretty crispy. So I imagine if the old Sprite man were to do it in me, I probably wouldn't complain. I imagine it would feel like Pop Rocks in the anus.
So since we're going this far, you know how there are some story told. There are some ladies who enjoy activities in the shower where there's water pressure, which is. I wonder if you were to shoot carbonated water or a carbonated substance, would that be crispy too? Would that also add a little flavor of bubbles?
Maybe we're onto something.
Yeah, I feel like, going back to like the elementary and middle school days of doing those science projects, we need like a control, some variables and stuff like that. All three of us have to try it. Otherwise, we won't get any significant results. So that's our homework for next week. I'm going to go buy a soda stream and plug it right into my ass.
Just hook it to a bidet.
Ooh, soda fountain bidet.
Can you imagine just going over somebody's house? I'm like, oh, sweet, you got a fountain machine? Not exactly. Go into the bathroom and you'll see that we have Diet Coke and Sprite. Pick your poison. Which one would you want? What if you had a Mentos already in your ass? Then the Coke.
I feel like somebody's done that.
Steve-O, probably.
You know it's happened. Oh,
and I also know I'm not Googling it. I'll let you guys go. I feel like that has had to happen. There's been some dumb stuff. I like the fails where the Coke and Mentos thing where it drops and then it comes back and like takes out people or goes through a garage or goes through a window.
I love the sluts who do it and they put their mouths around it trying to control it. And then there was a couple females who, and I think one male who succeeded. And I was erect. That was very impressive. That was nice. If you can control a 2-liter coming out with a whole roll of Mentos, baby girl, damn.
That can't be good. That can't be good for the throat.
I thought I saw that video. Yeah, it's happened, bro. Didn't we send this to each other?
Probably.
I feel like I've said this.
He's like, it says it's favorited. I had to
on the show before.
Yeah,
it's a repost.
It's in our DMs. Well, let's see here. I feel like you have definitely sent this before.
Oh, God. Now here goes my search history again. With
Make sure anybody doesn't know, Brandon sent us potentially a video that is from a website, and we're not going to show this, but we're going to watch this 28-second.
Let me go in incognito first. God damn it.
Now, my question is this marriage material? Like, this is what I want to know.
Jesus.
If you get somebody to agree to do something like that, like you owe them a lot.
I did not hear your question. There was a tired of beating off alone, just screaming at me, and I'm like, yes, I am. Holy gaping hole of what the fuck is this?
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Did you hear Count Chocula? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Mentos.
It like shoots back into the bottle and then like shoots the bottle off.
That doesn't look like a good time.
That's like SeaWorld. You have to get the really good seats to see if you can get splashed on. Like,
No,
I would be like, can you imagine
like,
just being the cameraman? You lucky devil.
It's like eating at a buffet. Afterwards, you're never thinking this was a good idea because the cleanup is going to be awful.
You aren't kidding. Imagine the next 3 dumps.
So you guys have seen that before? I know I've shared that. Maybe it was the other group of terrible friends I have.
You're like, damn. It was a church group, I think, that I sent that to, probably. I said, hey, for the Holy Spirit.
This person's looking for a little bit of the collection plate. And what gets thrown around?
That, you see her spread it open. You're like, gosh, I wonder how big that is. And then you see the mouth of the 2-liter bottle and just so how insignificant that is. And you're like, dear God. Like, and he was just throwing those Mentos and he was saying Kobe each time. Just, oh.
Throwing it down like off a bridge. How long does it take to hit the bottom? 1,000.
What is the rule for that? Whenever you count it, is it 1 second for every? How many feet is it?
I don't know.
I just remember people
kind of like
counting.
I always heard that when thunder happens, in between them, it's like every so many seconds is so many miles. I don't know if that's true either. But that's some stuff that we were always told as a kid. Who knows if it's actually true? I'm curious now. I would have to imagine without looking it up, every time you throw it, like every second would be 10 feet, maybe? That seem logical? Throwing it down? I don't know.
I don't remember Newton's law. I forget.
Fig Newton?
That whole thunder thing, though. My grandparents used to always say that, and they used to always, my mom even used to say we'd get pulled over if we had the overhead lights on when she was driving. And I found out that was false. Lying bitch.
Oh.
That is not a law.
Interesting.
That is not a law.
How many feet per second? I'm looking up the rock thing. Let's see. When throwing a rock down off a bridge, it accelerates at a rate of approximately 32 feet per second. That's due to gravity, meaning its speed increases by 32 feet per second every second it falls. All right. Well, turns out none of us actually. So I was not right again. There. 32 feet.
If I had to guess, I probably would have said something fucking astronomical, so you were a hell of a lot closer than I probably would have been.
We should have Price is Right did it, but we didn't.
Now I'm going to, hopefully I remember that, because now I'm going to be on a bridge. I'm going to drop off this rock, and I'm like, 1, 2, it's about 64 feet. And everyone's going to be like, but how the hell you know that? Intuition. You know these things. I'm a very smart individual.
Yeah, we're a science show now.
Yep. You guys didn't know I was actually an engineer?
Ooh.
No big deal.
Hey, we started with Mentos and Coke, and what's next?
This is the most scientific show I think we've ever done.
We were discovering some black holes.
Speaking of black holes, I've seen a video of somebody pouring cereal and milk in there and then having another person eat it.
Oof.
I want to see your search history. I'm intrigued.
No, you don't.
Is that a new segment? And this week, we discover Brandon's search history. I think Bert Kreischer does that. I think he intentionally, or used to on one of the million shows that he did, where he would intentionally leave every tab open. And then they would randomly be like, all right, what was he searching? Whether, he was looking at adult sites, trying to order something online, whether he was ordering food, he would just leave every time. And he would always open a tab for something new. Pretty fun segment.
You guys both have Android, correct?
I do.
Okay, so Brandon. So I remember back in the day with the browser, you'd have so many windows open. It used to be you could only have 10. Then it was 20. Then I think it got all the way up to 50. Now I don't think there is a limit because I just went to go look and I was like, what the fuck? I kept scrolling and scrolling. And then I clicked on one of the ones after scrolling for like 3 hours, it seemed like. And it was talking about Christmas stuff. So it was obviously something I looked up last year. And I'm like, do these things never close anymore?
What
So
browser?
now I'm like paranoid. I want to go through and manually close every single one of these.
What browser is it? Like
Chrome?
is it Chrome? Okay, yeah. So I'm notorious for having tabs open. Like I'm right now because I just had to restart my computer. I only have 5. But if I go to my work computer and I'm just kind of like this, and then I'm researching this, and I open this, there could be like 50 to 60, and it's so small. I mean, I know that looks big to us, but so small that you can barely see the tabs in the
Mhm.
browser. And then I kind of forget what I'm doing. But yeah, it goes by, I believe you have
I,
so much like space, like RAM. Oh, on the phone. That's a lot.
I can go the whole show.
Keep
I'm
going.
not even joking.
It tells you the number.
Where?
There's a little box.
Mine doesn't have a little box.
No? See, mine has the box to the. Oh, there was an incoming Snapchat story. There was a
Oh, I
box right
got you.
there, right next to that logo, and it tells you how many. I have 32 open tabs.
Mine just has a smiley face.
Oh, that must mean you have a lot.
Yeah, so like, I don't know what that icon is. We'll go the other way. The other way, dumbass.
Oh yeah,
Focus,
that
focus.
box is supposed to tell you how many.
Yeah, it has a the 2 dots and a big D. Big D.
Big
Uh,
D.
so I'm assuming it's laughing at me like I probably can't even count that far.
It's you don't even know, but it's calling you a dumbass.
Yeah, because I eventually I selected a window because I was like, oh, I'm tired of even scrolling. I'm like, I don't think this thing's ever going to end. And I shit you not, it was like Christmas trees or something like that. And I was like, I'm looking that up. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, this was last year. And I'm like, when does this thing ever close? And this thing, it
Speaking
still runs.
speaking of runs and Christmas trees, I went through the store the other day. So much Christmas stuff out, which whatever it is, we know it's not even Halloween. They put it out there. But kind of excited because, as Yuban would say, I am a slut for Christmas tree cakes. Having them out now, even though, because now you have to buy them fairly early because they only make so many batches. When they're gone, they're gone. So if you're buying Christmas tree cakes in December, they were probably made in August. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they also have Christmas tree. I don't know why they call them Christmas tree because they're not in the shape of a Christmas tree, but that same frosting with the white and the red on Nutter Butters. And it has like wafer ones. Tried them the other day. Not great, not bad. I don't know if you guys were to pick one, like what would your, because we've already in my area, and I'm assuming they're all the fall ones, the fall little cakes, they're gone. It's all Christmas stuff now. But
Did you see what I
Christmas
sent you in the chat there? These were I
Ooh.
saw this on last week. Speaking of Christmas tree cakes,
ooh,
they took the same and these little things that Matt hopefully will pull up on the screen
yeah, right here.
at some point. Oh, like those donuts in general, those little Debbie donuts. I don't care what it is, the cinnamon, the white powder, or the chocolate. But oh, you give me some of these, oh, Daddy's gonna need a nap.
Are they good?
I haven't
If
had them yet.
if they're
Oh,
anything, they have zebra cake donuts. And have you had those?
I refuse to buy them because I was trying to eat healthier.
Well, I'm glad that you're eating healthier for for us. I saw that at the gas station, and I think it was like $3.50 even for this bag of donuts. And I'm like, you're coming home with me, like this. Like they even had strawberry ones and everything too. And I'm like, just one. I'm just gonna choose the one. Went with the zebra cakes. I don't think they lasted an hour. Like that, I smashed those. So if those are anything close to the zebra cake ones, they're gonna be better than the actual Christmas trees. Like
So
hands down.
Aaron D. Johnston from Talking Beards, huge donut guy. Whenever he travels to beard competitions and stuff, he goes to donut shops. I think there was like a Voodoo Donuts or something he would always try to find one, go to them. Also, notoriously, if that's the right word, loves Christmas tree cakes. Like has even been to, I guess there's like a monument or something like that has like little Debbie's either snacks or Christmas tree cake stuff. I'll look it up over there. But he got those and he sent me a Snapchat. Said they were unbelievable. Just so good.
I didn't know there was an actual park dedicated to it. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, in Tennessee, Little Debbie Park. Right here. Let me see if I can pull up. This is from visitchattanooga.com. Right here. And I mean, It's a Little Debbie Park. I'm assuming this is where he went. Kind of uneventful. It looks like just a Christmas tree, unless there's some images. I was thinking okay, so okay, it is a park. Surprised they're still allowed to have that up there. Got the Brownie Mountain. Not as appealing.
God, I love cosmic brownies. Oh,
Cosmic brownies are so overrated. Like it's
What-
just like I'll eat them. I'm not gonna like say no to them. Don't like worry there. But it's got the denseness of the brownie of what a brownie should be, but it's got so much of a chemical chocolate flavoring that it tastes just gross. Like it's not like any brownie that a church lady on down the street's gonna make. Like this is. And listen, none of these Little Debbie snacks are. They're all like heavily processed bullshit. And if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, like the chocolate's off, some of them taste chemically, but you give me a Swiss roll.
see,
and not the ho-hos. I'm talking the Swiss rolls.
Thank God.
Little Debbie and what's the other? Hostess has theirs. And Hostess, I've done them together. They're usually dry. The cake is too dry. There's air between some of the cream and the chocolate cakes. And
did you call it a little ho-ho?
yeah. Nice.
What were you saying, Yuban?
No, I was just saying I would still choose that brownie over. You remember those kids' cuisine ones that came in like the microwavable meals and shit? I still eat those too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I used to mix my corn in there and eat the chocolate frosting stuff.
You're an animal.
But it was like a nice little salt flavor to the chocolate, It's like
I have been craving some like banquet like pot pie meals and stuff like that, dude. I'm telling you, every time like I go through the freezer aisle and stuff, I'm like, oh damn, I'll see like the Hungry Man's and everything, and the missus be like, no, like I'm not getting you that. And I'm like, what? It's $2.99.
I can't sit here and say anything terrible about you because I used to have a friend that would eat nothing but like ravioli and Hot Pockets and shit. I literally just got back from the gas station and I bought a sausage, ham, and bacon, egg and cheese croissant for $5, and I eat like gas station hot dogs and those like roll ups and all those taquitos and shit. So I eat terribly as well. But there's just something it reminds me of my childhood and ghetto about eating frozen banquet meals or the pot pies or the kids lean cuisines or whatever they were called.
See, that's what she said too. She's like, I'm not going back to that. She's like, that. What are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, these are for whenever you're not here. If I want to cook myself something, like this is convenient. And she's like, I'm not letting you eat. She's like, do you know how much sodium? I give no. I do not read the back of it. The only thing that I'm looking at on that box is when it says microwave or oven directions. Boom. Everything else, don't give a fuck about. Daily percentage, my ass.
I married a nurse for a reason. Take care of me when I have too much sodium.
Right.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh, I can feel my ankles swelling again. This shit's going to be delicious.
Next time you guys are at the store in the canned food aisle, check out a can of Chef Boyardee. Now, it doesn't matter if it's the lasagna little ones, which, by the way, are the only good ones. If you like nowadays, if you want to eat them, it's those little lasagna noodle ones, or ravioli. How much sodium is in there? How much fat's in there? It's just awful. But not only that, have you ever eaten like recently Chef Boyardee ravioli? It's awful. Like the sauce is gross. The raviolis are soft and squishy. God knows what's inside of them. Dog ankles. Like I don't know. It's just the worst meal in the world. Kids love it.
Dog ankles.
I'm sorry.
Dog ankles.
I just like. I'm a very visual person, so I started going like, oh, I kind of laugh because I'm like, I've never heard that before. Then I go, ugh.
My brain went, yep. Well, I've seen a lot of three-legged dogs lately. Don't remember growing up seeing a lot of three-legged dogs.
And listen,
like Chef Boyardee, you son of a bitch. You're also like a weird serial killer that's murdering dogs for ravioli.
Chef Boyardee's dog ankles delicious.
I mean, listen, I'll eat some terrible food. Like terrible as in, as Americans, I know I'm all over the place here, but if you go to a Mexican restaurant, I can tell a Mexican restaurant is authentic if they've got more than steak and chicken. if they've got,
Employees.
oh, of course, 100%. But if they've got, if you go there and there's literally langua and fucking beef cheeks and fucking these cheeks, by the way, not the back.
Hey.
Those are good too. But a bunch of, like face meat and everything else, like that's the good shit. Can you get tripe? Can you get, which not everybody likes tripe, but like if I have the choices to pick between what to get and it's like some meat that white people wouldn't eat, well, then that's good stuff. That's really how I judge it.
I like it.
If I walk into a Hispanic restaurant, Mexican restaurant, and they say, "Hey, good evening, sir. How you doing?" About face and get the f out of there. That's no. If they're not calling me buddy or senor, I ain't eating there.
And it's the same with a small town diner. Like if they're nice to you, that's kind of a put off. Like I want a lady. Like I literally went to a restaurant and I was like, this lady walked up to me, gruff and just angry,
Smelling like cigarettes.
Smelling like cigarettes.
Yes.
What do you want? What do you want to drink? I'm like, okay. And I go, I'll have a diet. We don't have that. Okay. I'll have, this or that. She comes back and I order a sandwich and I'm like, do you guys have cottage cheese? You know what this bitch says to me? Respectfully. She goes, do you see it on the menu?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I don't want cottage cheese now. Give me whatever you have fried because this is going to be good.
Yep.
Like, that's how you know it's going to be a good restaurant when they're angry like that. And they're still in business for 50 years. Like,
Yep. I was going to say it's generational diners. Their parents, did that. She worked 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, not dealing with your shit. Just like grandma.
That's that voice is crunchy, like as that toast is gonna be, she's like, "What you want, sweetie? How you doing today?" Just like, oh, this food's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
So not to go back to last week, but for anybody that might just be listening, we did get into a conversation about the McDonald's app, the hash brown prices, and the people on the old Tickety Talk really did enjoy that conversation. There is some people that chimed in, and there was a couple of comments that I wanted to read on here because I was like, you know what? This is interesting. This is data. This is science. Jackson out there said, I have 2 McDonald's in my town. One, I can get 2 McDoubles and a large drink for $4.99. The other, same exact town, but it's $7.49. They're right next to the freeway off-ramp.
wow.
See, it's not just McDonald's though, because I know we mentioned it before. Some Pizza Huts, like they have that $7 lineup deal where you can get different items for $7. The nearest Pizza Hut location that I have didn't offer that for the longest time. But I'm like, you stupid little bitches. Like I will drive the extra 10 miles to not pay full price. You know what I mean? So, but that is so weird. That is, I don't know. Crazy.
And then Stider said apparently big fan of Jack in the Box or whatever, and said has the cheapest hash browns. I usually throw in a second one for free. But then John Jacob 8232 says in Washington, hash browns at Jack in the Box are $3.50 plus tax for one.
Now, I think it was Pizza Hut, but I saw a video this week, and don't quote me because this isn't somebody I know. This is a video I saw. But they were an employee at Pizza Hut, and they were telling people, they said, if you order your food and you get to the end, and you say, or they say, your total is $27.99. Would you like to pay? How would you like to pay? Then they said, no, I don't think that's good. Well, instead of like letting them walk, they lowered the price. Like, okay, well, how about $17.99 or something like that? And I was like, what? So the thing was that I heard was it was like AI. So like the person on the phone that they called, like, hi, your pizzas and they could just barely tell it was AI that was happening, but your 2 pizzas, including 1 large with pepperoni and 1 large with whatever, come to a total of $23.99. Is that good for you or something like that? And he was like, no. Like, okay, how about $16.99? Yes. Okay. Well, I don't know at what point does it say, call back or something like that.
Yeah. Well, eat a dick.
Well, it's like when you go to cancel a subscription on any service you have now. Are you sure? Okay, yes. Well, what if we give you a deal for free for 3 months and $2.99 a month after that? Well, shit, that's it. I'll do that, yeah. Because they much rather keep you having on. Maybe they'll catch you with a show or something that you like 3 months from now, and then they'll have you for another 2 or 3 months, whatever. But getting you to leave, well, now you're gone, and there's no way to get you back unless you come back organically.
Have you ever used one of those apps? I use one that has money in it and like spaceship money, more or less. Not obviously a friend of the show, but I've been using that. And if you're
Didn't
not
you
paying
tell me
attention, it's
about
like,
that?
what do you want to pay for premium? $9 sound good? Nah. 7? Nah. So I think I'm at $6 a month. Right? All right. Same thing. And the first month that I did it with the premium, I was able to find a ton of stuff that was associated with, not a ton, I'm going to say 2 or 3 services that I'm like, what? I just kind of forgot about. But I'm trying a new thing here. Credit card, we've been doing some addition stuff, get a little bit higher. So they're actually going to automatically pull money based on my spending and stuff into an account that it'll kind of their way to save it. Then and it helps with the credit scores and stuff they say. And then as the credit card bills come in, they'll take that money, auto put it towards the credit card to kind of have it come down a little bit. So it's kind of like saving them. I'm going to try it. It's the first month. They're going to take a little bit, and then you set a barrier saying, say $200 or something. My checking can't get below 200 before they start pulling that out or whatever. But like I said, everything's right in one spot. Like for me, having a bunch of kids, not making a ton of money, like it's very helpful to be like, all right, can we stop for McDonald's after the game? Let's skip it this one, maybe next week. It's got me thinking a little bit more. Is it good? I don't know. But being able to save some money on subscriptions, and now you're sitting there and it's like, man, is that Prime really worth $16 a month now? Like I'm thinking, I don't know.
I know. And a lot of these places too, like I remember Sirius XM, that place, if you wanted to leave there, they would give you like a whole year for free before they would let you cancel their service.
Yeah.
Every time I got a new vehicle, they're like, hey, we're going to throw in this Sirius. I'm like, please don't. I don't even want, don't give me this shit. I have Bluetooth. I have Spotify. There's the radio. I assure you I'm fine. Well, we have 161 different channels. I can't even choose between the 5 locally. Like, fuck off. Like, you know what I mean?
What else is cool is they'll actually save you money on bills. They'll negotiate prices on your behalf that them and other companies can, like, we can't call up as non-businesses. So for instance, my internet service is Spectrum, and the base price is, I think, like it was like right around 99 or $109 or something like that a month. They were able to get it down to $79.99 for 12 months. And then they say, what do you want? Because they take a cut of it for their service. Do you want to do 20%, 25? I was like, 10%. So they get 10% of the savings just for auto negotiating a deal. I save $30 a month and pay them 10% of the savings. Seems like a no-brainer.
Badass.
You know what I mean? Like is it kind of shitty that they have the ability to lower it like that? Yeah, but hey, if it works for you and they get a bunch of people, they're going to make some money. And like I said, I'm saving $30 a month just on that. So now I'm doing one with our power provider. We have what's called National Grid up this way. They work with somebody and they're going to try to save some money on each. I think it's like 20% they'll save you a month. So
we have a National Grid Renewables coming into our town to stay with us lately. So,
ooh,
hello, money.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it was a cool conversation with the saving the money and the thanks to everybody that chimed in on the hash brown controversy heard around the world. 75 comments. 75 people took time to drop some comments in there. A lot of interesting stuff. So if you guys tell us again your hash brown prices, because I still don't get it. There were some people in there that were like dropping what seemed like competent knowledge of why it's like that. But I don't get it. But the Steven Skellner 680, $1.89 for his hash brown. That's a good price.
We're hanging out with him. That's an acceptable price. And am I crazy? Because it used to be 2 for $1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, and a bunch of people were like, 2 for $1 wasn't that long ago. Because you were like, I remember when uphills both ways. And they're like, it wasn't that long ago.
That's why it sure seems like it now when it's fucking $3.59 a fucking hash brown. It's insane.
Yeah, this one person said $2.49, and you can add an egg for $1.50 in Pennsylvania.
Some places too, if you want to add a slice of cheese, they're like, all right, that'll be 80 cents. And I'm like, hold on, I brought one with me. It's in my back pocket. Can you just throw that on there? And we were talking about the Mexican restaurants and stuff. You always get the white queso, and you're like, hey, I would like some extra of that. And they're like, cool, it'll be $4. And you're like, sweet, that's going to be a significant amount. And you're getting like one of those concession stand, like like ranch cups, and you're like, wait, hold the fuck up. This was $4, and they're like, see. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's expensive.
This person says it, and this is one of the examples. I was like, people are throwing some stuff in there. Don't know if it's true or not, but this person, Justin, says basically they use your social credit score. The higher your social credit score is, the lower your pricing will be. Basically, it's an introduction to the new world order system that's coming. I don't know, but it kind of sounds like that seems like way out of left field. Like Stanton hitting bombs in the ALCS over there. Just, do I want to believe it? Could I? Is it possible? Yeah, but
it's disgusting that the Yankees are going to World Series, by the way. If you were to throw that in there, I was feeling pretty good, but now I'm fucking nauseous again. It's disgusting.
Who are they taking on?
Dodgers or Mets. At the time of the recording, everybody would be like, you guys are dumb. It's obviously this team. But at the time of the recording, it's 3-2. Dodgers are up with game 6 happening tonight.
As a Braves fan, I cannot believe I'm cheering for the fucking Mets, but I cannot stand the Dodgers or the Yankees. So
yeah. Well,
the team I hate worse is the Phillies.
Yeah. Nobody likes Philly. Other than Max ABV and maybe Allen Iverson.
Shout out to Max, you piece of shit. Yeah, man, I don't know. With that series, too, if it is going to be New York versus New York, you almost hope for another travesty because it's just like, God damn it, fuck New York. But it's, I don't know. It's Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge. It would be massive. It would be huge for the sport, I think. But
it would be even, like I said, instead of going at one market, just New York, but if then you're getting LA and New York, that would make them the most money. The script is in. That's what they wanted from the beginning. 2 of the bigger markets in baseball playing each other with 2 of the bigger names. Yeah. I don't want either. And me, selfishly, I don't want West Coast. I don't want New York, because I'm surrounded not only by that stupid song, but all of the either you're a Yankee or a Mets fan. But for me, selfishly, when the games start a little bit later because it's West Coast ball, I hate that. I hate it. Like when any of our teams from the East Coast, if you're a fan of the East Coast and then they play in the West Coast, most of the time you're getting an 8 o'clock game. You know what I mean? A 4 o'clock game. It's a little bit later. I just like my traditional. At least it's not a 9:30 London game. Not to get you fired up, Brandon, but.
Well, at the time of the fucking airing, I found out that there is a fucking London game. What is it with the Jaguars getting all the London games? Like, it seems like the NFL's literally made them grab their ankles and bite the piece of wood.
Well, they're going to be the London team when they take on a team.
That's who they're wanting to shift to London is the Jaguars. So they're trying to.
So they're literally trying to move the team to relocate them.
There was talks.
There's talks of them moving the Super Bowl abroad
to see how it goes. That would be bullshit.
That would be
we as Americans cannot stand for this.
Well, if you're going to
call it travesty, but this is upsetting.
So I didn't. When I left to come into the studio, it was 10-0. New England was dominating, and I was super excited because I was going to take the Jags with the points. Because I'm like, they played in London last week. They stayed in London. They usually have success in London. And then I just looked at the score, and I know it's the time of the recording. 22 unanswered points. It's 22-10. Freaking halftime.
You know why? Because Doug Peterson's going to lose his job if he loses this game. He will be left in London.
Mm-hmm. There's worse places.
I like how they're showing the crowd. Everybody's leaving at halftime to go get more beer.
That's the thing. I heard it's a party. Good for them. Let's look at it as a business. If you can have success in other markets, big markets, great. But it still kind of sucks for us over here. Like you said, West Coast, 6:30. Are you going to get up and watch it? Not a chance in hell this game. But if it's your team, but how many fans? Oh, maybe this. Are they throwing West Coast teams in London? Maybe they are only throwing East Coast teams in London. That way it's like, 9:30. It's manageable for these guys. Like, who's going to be out if there's Jaguar fans in California or New England fans in California, you're probably, used to getting ridiculed. So just get your ass up at 6:30. Or in the time here, you can just record it or watch the 4 minutes of football that recap on YouTube.
That's what I always do. I just watch those little recaps and everything. And but I am just so thankful that the Cowboys have a bye week this week because I don't think I can handle any more of that shit. So will we lose the bye week? Probably, but it's not televised.
something something will happen. But you know what? If you're down like me and having to potentially watch, I say it now, but Russell Wilson be the quarterback instead of Justin Fields, even though you're 4-2. I don't know the decision. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But know what gets me through it? Sipping on some Fix vodka, baby. I don't know if you guys have tried it yet. I know you guys aren't big fans of drinking, but it's, of all places, it's a Texas vodka. And why I love this, and this is 100% genuine, the person that started this and started making it came from a line of alcohol making. His grandfather or great-grandfather was a bootlegger up around the Wisconsin on the Canadian border, which is kind of, at home for me. I'm on a Canadian border now. And a little bit of a degenerate like us. And said, you know what? I got a kid now. I got a 9-month. Well, I have another kid now, a younger one. I can't be hungover and take care of this kid. I got to be able to fix vodka so I can drink it and not feel like shit. So he was able to take all of the bad stuff that gives you the hangovers out, strip it, clean it up. And it is, I'm not just saying this, like I enjoy some vodka. It is smooth. And I've been drinking with a little bit of some club soda. It is fantastic. I haven't drank enough to see if I'm going to be hungover, but maybe tonight with watching the Steelers play. But I'm telling you, it feel good after drinking it. Like it's delicious. And there's no code or nothing like that. I bought a bottle on there. Hopefully they're going to be a friend of the show for a very long time. And I want to make it the official vodka of the Beard Law Studio. So like I said, not a paid thing, but I'm going to tell you, they are. Like, we'll just call it. They're the official vodka of the Beard Law Studio. Fix vodka. It's good. It's good. And I think I think if we were to have a conversation with the guy, he would naturally fit in. Like I chatted with him on the phone for a little bit. I'm like, this guy could be one of us. He's pretty cool.
One of us.
But no, it's good stuff. Check him out if you want. Fix Vodka on the Instagram. Fixvodka.com. Look at this guy. He looks like he could be. That's the guy.
Hell yes. I
Right?
like his outfit. I like his coat.
Right? He's fun. He's kind of one of those things, like if you have a conversation with a brand or a person and somebody doesn't swear a little bit or even drop a natural F-bomb in the conversation, can you really trust them? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it was just natural. An F-bomb here or there. Maybe I said it, he said it. It's good. And he's got a Planner's Nuts sign in the back, a tin one. Go ahead, sorry.
It's always good whenever somebody, like whenever you do or somebody else drops that first curse word, the conversation just kind of tests the waters. And it's always funny how immediate, if the person's cool, they respond with their own curse word or the same one. You're always like, oh shit, You're my people.
Swearing's contagious. I'm telling you.
Like sneezing.
Have you guys ever... I don't know why this... Maybe because I've been trying to eat healthier ever since Yuban I thought was going to die. And I was like, I got to do this so I don't end up dead. But the other day I was watching something. And it was Joe Gatto from Practical Jokers. And he's doing a new tour. So he's trying to get on the podcast. He's on every podcast and a lot of the ones that I watch and listen to. But he has a thing where anytime he goes to a podcast, him and his team do a deep dive. And he brings a bag of goodies and snacks that people love. Probably like you'd see in the green rooms or whatever they call it. There's a word for that I can't think of. But so the other day he brought somebody. I almost want to say it was like Burt Kreischer, doesn't matter. But brought the chili Doritos, the sweet chili Doritos or whatever, Nutter Butter cookies, and some other like thing. And I'm like, holy shit. And then subconsciously, for whatever reason, they got stuck in my head. So I'm after a basketball game. I was like, let's just stop at the old DG. We'll get us some frozen pizzas or something for dinner. It's late. And I see sweet chili Doritos. I'm like, oh, they're 2 for $7. So we get the Doritos. Then I see the Christmas tree things. Oh, shit. Got to get one of those. Don't they have Nutter Butters on sale for $3.50 for family size? I'm like, son of a bitch. So here I am trying to eat healthy, and I got 2 frozen pizzas, Nutter Butters, Doritos, and Christmas tree cakes. But man, those Doritos.
Get slutty with it. Yeah.
Oh, we did. Brandon, you mentioned a couple of podcasts ago that they have the spicy ranch ones or something like that, and I haven't seen them anywhere in stores.
So they're flaming hot Cool Ranch.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a store near me.
And they're good. They're heavy flaming ranch, flaming hot, but
they have like the regular nacho kind and the Cool Ranch kind. They're both delicious.
Do you know what I love doing so much? Eating, like just food, all of it in general. But taquitos with like a French sour cream dip, French onion sour cream dip or something. Doesn't matter what flavor it is, but just the creamy sour cream and the fucking saltiness of the taquitos. Just
Ooh.
If you like creamy and salty, do I have a treat for you?
here, let me just pull the lid off and get this.
Preheat. We're gonna preheat this oven to 420, and I'll see you in about 3 hours.
Oh,
This probably isn't going to go over really well because this is the last thing. Healthy foods, they suck.
Never
They're
heard
expensive, right? You know what I mean? Like honestly, like if you were just be like, all right, I'm going to get something. I love cereal. I know I'm a child, and all cereal isn't great for you. Obviously, we know this. And I made the mistake of downloading that stupid app. So when I scan it, and it's like, ooh, this is a 3 out of 100 bad. It's got these fake. So I went on a personal quest to find a healthy cereal that actually tastes pretty good. And it sucked. Like I've had Rollin' Oats. That's friggin' terrible. I tried the Magic Spoon. I really did. It sucked.
I've had
I don't know
some
if you guys
friends
have
who
tried
tried
it.
the Magic Spoon, and they've been in prison for years.
I tried it. I really did. And it wasn't good. It like left this film on your teeth.
yeah.
And this is not a friend of the show or whatever. I legit bought this at the Wall Fart. Had the wife pick it up because she's like, let's try this. It's called Kashi, I think. Kashi. I got the blueberry one. It was actually friggin' good. It was only like $3-4. I ate it for the week. Still had a little. I'm telling you right now, it was good, and it's somehow good. It might be the only good healthy food other than a steak that I enjoyed eating.
I've seen that brand, and I've seen their commercials before. And I'm not going to lie, whenever I've seen it, I'm like, give me Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat them up, eat them up, eat them up.
It reminded me of like a Frosted Flake, but they didn't get super soggy. Like now with Frosted Flakes and some of them corn flakes and stuff, like they just get like it held up to the milk. It tasted pretty good. I mean, if you don't like blueberries, you're not going to enjoy it. I happen to like blueberries. I don't know the other flavors. She was trying to sell me on the ones that were like the frosted mini wheats, and I could not get back into those back in the day. But I'm going to try one.
Dude, when I became an old man, an adult, like I enjoy fucking.
Whoa! Don't we all? You had to be an adult to enjoy that.
I had to throw the G in there, didn't I? I really it turned it from like an explaining a word to like being the action of the sentence. I enjoy fucking.
Oh, okay.
Like frosted mini wheats and like grape nuts now. Like more than I ever did. I'm not like choosing those to eat, but like, oh, that's good stuff. This also brings me to a question that I asked on the show of my show this week was, what is a healthy, or no, what is a food that is good, but you can only eat in small amounts? Now, for various reasons, some of the conversation could turn to like good cake frosting because it's probably too heavy, too sweet. You can't eat too much if you kind of get sick to your stomach. Some people said olives. For me, it's mayonnaise. Now, I don't enjoy mayonnaise, but obviously I eat it in potato and pasta salad and stuff like that. But if I have it on a sandwich, it has to be mixed with mustard, maybe some salt and pepper, and then like the lettuce, tomato, onion throws it off, you know. So I'm not like thinking about just mayonnaise. But it adds a creaminess that I do enjoy, but I don't like a lot. So what for you are some foods that you do like, but only in small amounts?
Chocolate.
Go. Now, I'm not going to judge. I want you to explain.
I am just not an overly big chocolate fan. I don't know, how it stays in your mouth, almost like peanut butter. You know, if I could choose Starburst, Skittles, Airheads, I would over Reese's, Snickers, and Three Musketeers any day.
Okay, I take it back. I'm totally going to judge. You would be. I would have loved to grown up with you as a brother because we would have totally traded all the same candies at Halloween. I would have been like, I'll give you all of my Starburst and Skittles and sweet and sugary fruity candies for all the chocolate.
See, and that's why I have so many cavities in dental work, is just because I will fuck up some wild berry Skittles like nobody's business, you know. And it's not that I don't like. I like Reese's are good, but I would go white chocolate Reese's over the regular Reese's any day.
I remember being 15 years old and was staying at my cousin's house, and my aunt brought home. she worked at the Salvation Army, and so they like had leftover food that would go be expired, and they'd bring it home, you know, because they're going to throw it out. They're not even going to give it to folks who were homeless or who would come and ask, because you can't give away expired food. But they allowed people to take it home. She brought home, I don't know how she got it, what they were, but first of all, it was like the fake Oreos that were the Cookie Monster cookies. Do you remember those back in the day?
Mhm.
Fuck yeah, those are great. And then also, I tell you, I get excited. Nostalgia and food.
Ooh.
But also like some like Reese's, but they were in a bag. It was like a bag of like probably off-brand Reese's. I don't know. When I tell you at 15 years old, I ate that entire fucking bag of regular size Reese's. There must have been about 50 of them in there, dudes. 15-year-old Brandon could get down on any food in the world, and it was just fine. And now I look at a pack of Reese's and I gain an extra roll in my neck, and my neck is lighter. I went to get tried out for a fucking a tux this week, and they were like, "Oh, we can get you in some really exciting designs that'll pop for you." They start looking through the book. Okay, this size won't work. We have these 3 choices for you to choose from. Being a fat man is my fault, but also not easy.
Dude, the mine was I'm always bigger, but like I'm tall, but I'm torso tall. So like shirts always suck like shopping for, because I always have to try to get like the long stuff, and so either it's too wide or like my jeans they'll fit in the waist, but they're either extremely too long or it looks like I'm getting ready for a river dance. Like I got my high waters on. It fucking sucks. But I wanted to tell you that, have you had the Reese's animal crackers yet?
No, never heard of.
Fuck. Oh my! I believe they're called Reese's Dipped, I think is what it's called. But if you like animal crackers and if you like Reese's, I'm telling you, God damn it, somebody's calling me.
Animal cracker Reese's.
It's you will fuck up a whole bag of these easy. Like the gas stations sell like the small ones, but like I think Sam's Club or maybe even Walmart, they sell big old bag of these motherfuckers. Oh, those. Oh, bro.
So
These
you like
things
that kind of chocolate then?
These things are, that's why I was really impressed with these, because they have a lot of peanut butter too. So it's not just extremely just chocolate.
What I love too, they're in the shapes of animals we eat. Pigs.
Yeah, dude.
What is that? Lamb? A sheep? Or a cow or something?
I didn't even pay attention to it. They were just going straight into my fucking mouth. Like I was just, oh man, I look like Homer Simpson just getting.
They're bite-sized animal crackers covered in peanut butter candy and dipped in milk chocolate, bottom side coated in milk chocolate.
So I want to make a point, and real quick with this, how much does a bag of them cost? Do you remember, Yuban? Give or take.
I want to say it was pretty reasonable. Like the small one at the gas station prices are always really high. So I want to say like there it was like $4, maybe maybe a little under $5.
$2.97 on Walmart.
Okay.
See, but at Walmart it was like $3.
Yeah. Target $3. The other ones I'd say right around $3-4.
Here's a problem I have, and part of this is just like where I came from and growing up. You know, like not having a lot of money, but yet like wanting to as I'm an adult. But fuck this, I'm gonna eat my food I want to eat. Is when I'm out at a restaurant, prices don't fucking matter. I'll get a main meal. We'll split 2 appetizers. We're gonna go home fat and fucking happy. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But if I'm at the store and I'm shopping for food, for a snack, even if I'm like Matt walking into the store saying I'm gonna get some pizzas for late, I'm going in there and I'm like looking at, I'm not gonna get a California Pizza Kitchen pizza because that's fucking $7. I'm gonna get the Totino's because they're 2 for $3 or something like that. Like I don't let myself like get a bag of these because I would see them and they'd be like $4.99 or something, and I would say, I bet those are delicious, but I'm not gonna buy them because I'm being cheap. So I'll buy the store brand cookies and go home with awful shit.
Yeah, but if it was a dessert at a restaurant for $7 served with a little scoop of ice cream, give me
Piece
2.
of cheesecake that big, like nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Every time they're like, "Are you guys ready for dessert?" I'm like, "It's not my birthday. Get the fuck out of here! I'm like, get this shit for free."
What do you guys want to drink? Waters. Everybody will have waters.
I'm telling you, that's why we don't ever go into restaurants. I'm like, "Hey, we're getting shit to go," and unless it's if it's an actual restaurant, they're like, "Yeah, can we get drinks?" No, grab a drink on our way home or on our way over there to pick it up. Like you can. You can
Glad
do that.
I'm not
not
alone,
spending
buddy. I always
three-
feel like the cheapest, worst dad ever. It's like, well, can we get this? Can we get a Drew's? Can we get a lemonade? No. I mean, for $3 for 8 ounces of this, I'm sorry, I love you, but we can get waters and be okay. Well, we can get the meal, and I'm like, cool. And so the other day, like I was like, I'm not trying to be that guy. Like, I just want to educate you a little bit. You're gonna save $1. You know what I mean? If you break this down, because you want, say, a sub, some fries, and a drink, right? If we just got the fries and the thing, we're gonna save $4. But if you get them all, you save $1 as a meal. And 90% of the time, the person ringing it up doesn't know what they're doing. We went to a sub shop, pretty easy order. I think there was 5 of us, so we all got a half a sub. 3 were meals. One's a kid meal. 2 half meal deals. Sub of the day, because that's me, just whatever sub of the day is, and a half meal. They rang us up for a whole bunch of other things other than what we got, and it ended up being cheaper. And they only rang us up for 4 of the 5 subs. I don't know what this person was doing, and I broke it down pretty nice. And then the screen displays, "Is this order right?" I went, "Yep." Like, they have pre-done buttons. Why don't you just press it?
It's not my job to correct if you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'll be honest, but only to an extent. If I have to repeat myself more than once, it's not my problem. You know what I
And they
mean?
put double portions of meat on all of our subs without asking. And I wanted to be like, but I'm like, you guys are losing some money today. Because was it one of the best subs I've ever had? Was it worth the price? Like, the sub of the day there is $8.05 or something. And it, like I said, and it's pre-sub. Like, I can't make a decision, but yeah. And it was a pepperoni sub. There was a lot of pepperoni on that sub. Oh boy.
Subway is now like super fucking expensive. So if you can get anything if you get a sub sandwich for like $8, you're doing pretty well anymore. Is what sucks. But
sucks. But all right, well, you know what? I'm starving. I looked at the clock. We might as well say our goodbyes. Brandon, Yuban, I appreciate you guys. Also appreciate all the friends of the show. Go to Vermont Flannel, Copper Johns. Go check out some fucking nuts. We love them. We love you guys. That's all we got. You guys got anything else?
no, I'm good.
If you're in the Potsdam area, go check out the Highest Peaks. Tell them Beard Law sent you. Bet you won't. Take a picture. They got this. You know how everybody has a fake grass on the wall with the LED light? It's in the town of Potsdam, and it just says Potsdam good. So take a picture of it, and we'll show it on next week's show. And that's all we got. Fellas, good luck to you, your teams, and your wieners. Be good to them. Keep your sticks on the ice. Goodbye.
Buckle up tight. It's gonna be a wild ride. We're diving deep into your fridge where secrets hide. Mysteries of leftovers, the wonders inside. From moldy sandwiches to ancient yogurt jars, we cover the truth.